Greetings from Change. Welcome to the CALM program. So we are going to continue from the discussion we had in the last lesson. So in the last lesson, we have learnt that we are neither the body nor the mind, but of a particle of the Supreme Being, Infinite Intelligence. But then we also questioned, if so, if we are a particle of that Supreme Being, Infinite Intelligence, then why so much human misery and suffering? Is where we left. So let us get to that. Why? What is an issue we have? The first thing that we need to start thinking, at least, if you don't want to believe in to start with, at least in Hindu religious scriptures, reincarnation has been abundantly described, meaning that we have the true you, me, and have been living from time immemorial. In this current costume, in this name and fame, in the name and form. If I call myself as Gopalan, so it is a name that I have been given in this current costume and in this human form. And what our ancient scriptures say is that we have been living from time immemorial, and there is a continuous cycle of birth and death we are going through. So in the unending cycle of birth and death, somewhere we have lost the sense of our origin, the sense of our purpose. And as we kept being in this unending cycle of birth and death, since we have forgotten about our origin, we have started thinking that we are the mind. I think I am the mind, and you think you are the mind and body. And this very clearly we articulate even when we speak with others. But the language that we use, we are not conscious that we are saying the truth in the language, but we are not conscious of the truth that we are talking about. When we speak, we are saying, for example, my body is aching. You are only saying my body is aching. So, very clearly you are saying that the body is yours. You are also saying sometimes my mind is confused. Look at the language. My mind is confused. Therefore, you are saying you are different from the mind. You are different from the mind, and you are saying my mind is confused. If you say my mind is confused, then you are clearly segregating yourself from the mind. But most people, you know what they say? Most people say, I am confused. Do you see the difference? Do we see the difference between saying my mind is confused and I am confused? So what does this person do when he says I am confused? He says he is the mind. Because where does the confusion takes place? The confusion takes place in the mind only, So when that person says I am confused, he says he is the mind. When there is an injury in your body, people could say my body has an injury. So that person clearly segregating himself from the body. Whereas most people say I am injured. I am injured. So when you say I am injured, you are claiming you are the body. Thousands of years back, great philosophers, great thinkers, including scientists, spiritual leaders, have been working on this question of who am I? They have been searching. Who am I? What am I? Why this investigation? Because men have seen different quality of life experienced by different people. Somebody is living in abundance, somebody is living in scarcity. Somebody is living ordinary life, somebody is living the life of name and fame. So how this happens? How somebody is poor, somebody is rich. How this happens? This is the constant investigation great souls have done for centuries. Ultimate question that they had in their mind is, what is the difference that makes the difference in the quality of life of human being? What is the difference that makes the difference? Why somebody is poor? Why somebody is rich? Why somebody is ordinary? Why somebody is name and fame? So what is the difference? What is the difference in these two different states of life? This is the constant questioning, inner inquiry that happened in men. Many people have worked for centuries to find an answer to this question. And many people have come with some kind of answer, many people have come with some wrong answers. Like one of the great philosopher, Descartes, a French philosopher. He thought he discovered. Who is he? He jumped out of the bed and he said, I think, therefore I am. This is what he equipped. I think, therefore I am. Meaning, I think, therefore I am the mind. That's what the meaning. So whereas when you refer to the ancient scriptures, all the scriptures very clearly state you are not the body, you are not the mind. You are the third. Neither the body nor the mind, you are the third. You are the consciousness. Consciousness means whatever the images you have of yourself and of the world outside, it is that images create thoughts, desires, aspirations, and help make decision, and that decision is translated into the human brain, and body acts and create manifest physical realities. So the physical reality that is happening in your life is founded on your images and labels of yourself and of the world. In other words, your faith system, whatever the faith you are affiliated to, whether a Christian or a Hindu or Islam, Muslim, whatever is the faith system you are affiliated to, and the culture in which you were brought about, in that faith system, that creates certain belief structure in you. Belief structure. That is, who am I, what am I? You create that belief within yourself. Up to 6 years of age, your belief system, your faith system, your cultural images are all founded on the basis of your parents' behavior around you. And also the behavior of other people who visit you, who meet you, who have conversation around you, that gets implanted in your subconscious mind. Up to 6 years of age. And this is called genetic influences. Then when you go out in the world, to the school, to the college, universities, and to your work site, workplaces, all these are environmental influences that get implanted over the genetic influences. And in addition to these two, you also carry forward the images of your previous costume. The images that you brought into this costume from the previous costumes are also there. So what you carried over, then the genetic influences, then the third is environmental influences make your faith system, belief structure, and based on that you decide as to who you are. This is what exactly happening. Based on that, I think this is what I am. I think this is what I can do, I cannot do that. Why I am not able to succeed? I am not able to succeed because I don't think I can do that. I can achieve that. These are all the impressions. The impressions created not by you, understand, created by the people around you. The culture and the environment you are brought about up to 6 years of age strongly gets implanted. Very strongly. 99.9% of human being, they manifest the life purely depending on this implant of images and labels. 0.1% go beyond that. It is those people who go great in life, who go on history with name and fame, serving the humanity in a very big way. And we are all benefited from such services of that 0.1% of the people. The people who invented electricity, the people who invented how to fly, the people who invented today communication system. Even in my life, I remember having waited in a post office to make a trunk call. There's a long queue. If I had to talk to my family located in a far off place, I had to wait and make a trunk call. I'm talking about 30 years back. Today, I just click this, I'm able to talk. This is the invention of a few great minds, right? So the human life is the product of what is stored in your mind, in my mind. So it is the labels and images of ourselves and the rest of the world that are stored very strongly in our subconscious mind that direct our life. Meaning, based on that, I decide this is what I can do, this I cannot do. This is, thus far I can go, I cannot go beyond. So that limits my life. The impressions that limits my life. So I am operating within that perspectives. So I am consciously attracting a life of limitation based on that limited perception in the mind. So where is the problem now? It is a limitation. Only that 0.1% of the human being operating with no limitation whatsoever. Whereas, truly, you and me have no limitation at all whatsoever in our life, truly. The limitation is only the limitation that you and me put in our mind. That's the limitation. Truly, you and I don't have any limitation. It is a limitation which we put. This is what I can do, this I cannot do. That's the limitation. How is that limitation? That is based on the images. So, it is, in other words, we are operating in the state of mind-body consciousness state. We are not operating at the true self-consciousness state, which has been abundantly explained, taught in our ancient scriptures, that you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are truly a part of the supreme infinite intelligence which is limitless in every aspect. So it is because of the limitation that we put in our mind for our life We are creating a life of limitation. It's as simple as that. The formula is so simple. I think in a limited way, so I get in a limited value. So, when I work for $100,000 per annum, when I work for $100,000 per annum, I will get only $100,000. If I want $200,000, then I need to work for it. I need to work for it. I can't be operating with the images and labels that I already have about $100,000. The mind is full of the past experiences which relate only to $100,000, you see. So the mind does not go beyond that. Mind does not go to unknown path. It goes only to the known path. It takes you only to its known path. It knows only $100,000, so it takes you day in and day out only to the $100,000 path. This is how the life goes on for 99.9% of the people. The 0.1% people, they refuse to accept this. They are not even conscious of the impressions in the mind, understand that. They are not even conscious. They think for the moment without allowing the past to come. They think for the moment and they work for the moment for their happiness and fulfillment. They don't allow themselves to be controlled by the mind. But mind, true quality is not that. Mind is very powerful. But we are not using that power. If a person is living in Asia and the family is in Europe or America, the moment that person sitting in Asia thinks of the family members living in America or Europe, is it not that he is able to see the images of the people, family, irrespective of where they are located? That is the speed of the mind. It doesn't cost anything. I am living in India and my daughters are in US. So the moment I think of my daughter comes in front of me. That is the power of the mind. And there is no surprise in it, actually. What is the power of the sun? The sun to travel to the earth, the distance of 9 crores miles. It takes 8 minutes. Just 8 minutes. Is it mind-boggling speed, right? And it is called in science light speed. The same is the speed of the mind. But we are not conscious of that. We are not conscious of the power of the mind. We are only conscious of the accumulated images, the past. And when you and me think we are the mind and body, it essentially means we are surrendering our authority and power to the mind. Surrendering our authority and power to the mind to control us. without being conscious of the power of the mind. So, this is one of the reasons why almost in every case, the rich people, for example, continue to becoming rich. The poor people, resource poor people, continue to become resource poor, resource limited. Because the past, they repeat. The mind only repeats. The mind knows only to take you to its known path, not unknown path. If your quality of life is X, the mind will give you the same quality of life tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and the next month, next year, lifelong. Whereas if somebody else's quality of life is Y, that mind will take that person to only that Y quality of life. Unless the person is very consciously wanting to alter it. Very few people in the entire planet refuse to surrender the power of the true self to the mind. Refuse to surrender the power of the true self to the mind. They do not accept the past. They remain present all the time. They remain present all the time. In the upcoming videos, what do I actually mean being present will get covered. As of now, what we need to understand is that it is because of the mind's tendency to be the past in the present. This entire human problem. It is because of the tendency of the human mind to be past in the present. Most of the people living 1 year of life 100 times. Very few people in the entire planet live 100 years of life. I hope you are able to get the difference between living 1 year of life 100 times versus living 100 years of life. In the next video, we are going to go beyond in understanding as to why. Don't forget this question, please. Where have we started? If a particle of that supreme infinite intelligence is in you and me, in everywhere, all the time, in all objects, why human misery and suffering in the world? That's a question. Now we are getting into finding answers to that. So today, in the today's class, we started understanding that it is because we forgot, we lost the sense of our origin and purpose, and we thought we are the mind. The entire humanity is suffering. Because we live in the body and mind consciousness state, this suffering is experienced. And this body and mind consciousness state is all about living the past. The impressions that have been accumulated genetically, environmentally, and what you brought when you came. These three factors. It is these impressions drive your desire, drive your aspiration, drive your belief of who you are and what you are, drive your belief of what you can do, what you cannot do. It is that. Therefore, in the whole system, we are not conscious of that power in you and me. So once we completely understand why this we are not conscious of that power and how it impacts in our life. Once we understand in totality, then we will cover more grounds about what to do and how to do to become conscious of the fact that I am not the body and mind, but I am truly a particle of that supreme infinite intelligence. And what is its nature? Therefore, how I can operate, manifest my physical reality from that state of true self-consciousness state. We will have several videos to get to that state, to understand certain practical methods and applications in bringing about this change. The change in our operating system, in physical reality manifestation system. That is a systemic change we need to bring about. And we are going to cover this in series of videos. Thank you. Looking forward to being with you in the next class. Please share your comments and any questions in the comment box. Thank you.